Okay, so today we're going to do antique metal enamel advertising signs. This is just a super basic overlay of how to identify the two most common types of antique advertising signs that we come across. And just the the PowerPoint itself is going to be fairly short and simple and to the point. So it's just a basic overview, if I can get my thing to work there. Okay, so advertising signs in the past, they had to be durable and bold to catch the attentions of passerbys and to maintain their appearance over time. These signs were hung outdoors. They needed to be able to withstand the weather, the various exposure conditions that they were out in. So the durability of them was paramount. Metal and industrial advertising signs and enamel signs became popular due to this longevity. Let's see. We have two basic types, or really there's three, but the two most common ones you're going to come across are going to be just your basic embossed metal signs with raised lettering and images. And then there's going to be porcelain enamel signs, and these are going to be much heavier signs. They have a smooth glass-like surface. Sorry. These are just some pictures. I know it's hard to tell from the pictures what they are, but these are porcelain enamel signs. They will patina a little bit differently because the porcelain will literally chip away from the surface. So you'll see it in layers and then rust underneath that. Patina, we'll just briefly discuss that. It's a thin layer that variously forms on the surface of various metals, copper, brass, bronze, over certain stones, wooden furniture. This can be produced on furniture due to the various products that are used to keep it shiny over time. Any similar acquired change of surface through age and exposure. And this patina can be faked, especially on metal signs using a chemical processes and exposure to the elements to speed up the aging process, resulting in a rusty surface. Authentic versus faux patina. So an authentic antique or vintage metal sign will have some signs of age through surface wear, probably some rust. Authentic rust that is a result of exposure to the elements over time will have a deep red color, whereas a faux patina will have a bright red rust color or may even be printed on the surface. We have some examples of that to look at. And little to no signs of age or wear will also be an indicator that the sign is probably a modern reproduction. And then I have just a couple of little reference sites for you guys to go to. And then the rest of it is going to be hands-on. I have some examples here for everybody to come up and look at, put your hands on, really feel what the difference between a porcelain sign and just a regular tin litho embossed sign is like. And then we also have some modern reproductions of porcelain enamel that I guess could fool somebody, but we just want to take a look at those. So I'll take this back and just put it on this page here. So when you're photographing a piece of porcelain, your up-close pictures are going to be your best way to really help your viewer distinguish the difference or really tell that what you've said is a porcelain sign is actually a porcelain sign. So if there are those little areas of rust, let's see if I can get it to advance, like here in the corners, where it's chipped away and you can really see the layers and then the rust, get a nice up close picture of that so that your buyer can see, okay, like this is legit, like naturally acquired patina, rust, and aging and wear. This one right here is another great example. And again, you're going to want to take some good up close pictures of those areas of quote unquote damage or patina so that they can get a really good idea of age on that piece as well. Because again, reproduction, these things are so valuable and so collectible that they reproduce the crap out of these signs. So especially your bigger names like your Petroliana, so any of the oil, motor oil or gas related collectible signs, those are going to be super easily reproduced or frequently reproduced. And then Coca-Cola, those types of things, that's all going to be. So just be leery when you find them. But you know, if you've got a good one, it'll definitely be worth it to do your homework on it. And then let's see, if you guys want to come up, you can take a look here. I've got a great example of an embossed. This is a highly embossed sign. So most of them aren't going to be this raised with the embossing. So the embossing is literally just the raised lettering or raised image. So like here on the Pepsi thermometer. We've got the Pepsi bottle cap is raised up, so that's an embossed piece there. And then this one's got just, you know, some great example of natural patina as well. This rust here where the paint has chipped away. And then a lot of times on these pieces, you can find dates around the bottom. So this one has unfortunately worn off just a little bit here, but it looks like it says 65 there. So we could date this piece to 1965, which is pretty cool. And on these old thermometers, the back is going to also be important. On a lot of these signs, they will have this color here going on. And a lot of times the reproduction signs will have, obviously, it's going to be a really smooth surface. And there'll be, I believe, a green color. Okay, we've got some nice examples of these reproduction porcelain enamel signs. You can just feel the weight on those. That one, I believe, actually has a sticker on the back. So there's a brand that makes these, a company that's known for making these signs. But they're just some really cool pieces. And then this is actually an original. This is just a fence sign when you get a fence put in your yard. But it's a nice original vintage porcelain enamel.